Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting.
Well, we're on the way. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, Peter, I've always liked the look of this guy, Son, who's been on the European scene since his teens and has evolved into a player who's tactically indispensable. And his pace and how good he is in positive transitions makes him perfect for a counter-attacking team.
Yes, he's certainly the one who carries the hopes of his team. No, he wasn't going to let him past.
Cabo Verde with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually.
Defending of the desperate variety. Milan are looking to go forward now. Neymar!
He was berating his defence before making the save, and he's at it again now.
Nicely worked.
But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
And here's Gerrard. Cafu.
Now that looks a decent ball. It's a promising position. It's their second corner of the game.
And now a sudden chance to counter.
Great vision. Aguero in acres of space out wide.
Oh, well played, well played. No messing about, just bludgeoned away.
De Ligt clears it away.
And he's gone looking for safety. Now it's Son Heung-min.
Oh, well measured.
And they can counter here.
Romero calmly anticipates. And the pass is intercepted. Totti. And it's Messi. Messi ventures forward. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival.
Son Heung-min.
This is actually quite a courageous move, and I'll add ambitious and adventurous too.
He's through here. Tries one from range.
And he should have made them pay.
Lamine Yamal deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Jordi Alba cuts it out.
Out of play for a throw. Foot in. Schneider. Now it's Aguero.
Gerrard, never out of the action for very long. Short changes him with that pass. And the referee says that is that for the first half. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here.
To the staff room immediately.
Not too much so far to lift anybody off their seat.
It's not a bad game by any means, Peter, but it definitely needs an injection of some invention, creativity. There's so much you can do with all that industry by just adding a little bit of skill.
Well, it's been a half that hasn't lacked suspense or intrigue. It's only lacked goals. 0-0 at the break.
Substitution for Milan. Number 11, Yamal. Number 8, Son Heung-min.
We're on the move again.
Busquets.
So neither side has yet broken through.
Schneider. Coming on the field, number 13.
Scholes
Neymar.
gets a foot in
Number
here.
10,
It's a good ball out
Messi.
wide.
Number 20, Rijkaard.
No, that's
Number
been intercepted.
7, Bellingham.
Gerrard. Totti, always looking for that half a chance. And it's Puyol. Rijkaard demonstrating his defensive quality there.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And that is a little undercooked. Gets a good foot in there. Now it's Neymar. It's Neymar! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
I'm really impressed with the tenacity he's shown to intercept that. That's how they're going to make things happen.
Raul. Messi. And that has left him in a heap.
Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. And he is going into that little black book.
Well, looks like he's picked up a bit of a knock from that challenge.
Well, he was the one player you had to keep away from the area. Not the best way to do it, though.
Aguero is eyeing up his options in the middle.
Well, there's lots of movement in the box for them to pick out.
And it's Neymar. Can he finish?
A real chance and a real let-off.
Well, it was going to take something a bit special from there, and that wasn't it.
Rijkaard gathers from the goal kick. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Neymar! And that is wildly off target. Romero is there, and he can pick it up. And this is Raul. Well, that's been cut out, well played. Cafu with the clearance. He's in a great position here. Messi. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Costa Curta kept his eye on it, and he's there. He steps in, and that's the end of that. And he's lost his man here. Oh, shooting chance! And yes, it's there! And late in the day, a telling moment.
There was this feeling that the game was petering out, but credit for never losing their focus despite things not going as planned. Now comes the question, will they stick or twist?
The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves.
He's having a shot! And that's a sharp finish. That is remarkable, all square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
After 77 minutes is number 15.
Oh, that is a sweet finish, gorgeously controlled and ruthlessly dispatched.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
Cabo Verde restore parity.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now. Milan really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Ronaldinho.
Oh, really well played.
And that is out of play.
Substitution in progress.
He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Now it's Aguero. On the through ball. Now it's Messi. He has found the way through. Messi! Oh, that could be pivotal! Oh, that has got to be it! This has to be it!
That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment.
After
What a lovely
87
moment.
minutes is number 10, Lionel Messi. Lionel Messi. Lionel
Milan now on the verge of victory,
save for a few potentially hectic final moments.
Well, these last few moments are going to be pretty frantic, I would think, as the opposition from...
Chance for a shot! Oh, that wasn't far away.
Nothing wrong with the idea, inches away.
5 minutes added time.
Costa Curta, it's a pretty loose pass.
Ronaldinho
Has it out wide and in space. 5 minutes to add. Looking for the run.
and that could set him on his way.
And the shot! It's a goal! 2 up now, and
They are cruising. That was easy, almost too easy.
Some great movement here, and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
And that's that. Well, that's a tough one. Losing is never good, but this one feels especially hard to take. Not a lot that went glaringly wrong, but the result is one that will make them suffer.
Hello, attendees.
Your final
This
thoughts,
is
Jim?
a
Cabo
lost
Verde
children
desperately
announcement.
failing to
Would the father
impose
of a boy
themselves
in
on the
the
game.
yellow t-shirt
Decidedly
kindly make his
flat,
way to the
disjointed in so
information
many
center?
areas.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful,
Hello,
clear
everybody,
evening.
and welcome
The
to
conditions
today's
contributing
match.
to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be.
This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Well, I can tell you, I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So it's away we go then.
With so many teams now playing just one up front, Jim, it's easy to forget, isn't it, that strike partnerships used to be the norm.
Absolutely, Peter, but partnerships have proven themselves to be very productive over the years. They carry more might.
And we've had some legendary ones, haven't we?
Yeah, and how it usually works is that you've got one target man with the other striker playing off him and just looking to add another little bit of devilment.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Scholes did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And it's made its way to him. And it's Ronaldinho. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup.
David Seaman, clearly one of the finest English goalkeepers of modern times.
Well, Peter, if you're part of the defence in front of him, the lines of communication are fully open. He has a big say in redirecting traffic away from his box.
And his career went on and on and on.
Listen, the best tend to stay around.
Ah, good steal. He just read it.
And that could well leave a mark.
Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. He's through here. And this is Ronaldo. Deftly away. Wriggles his way through. Oh, that's fabulous. Pinches it off him. Plays a sharp little ball here. Messi. Nice interception, well timed. Over to the right flank. Oh, there's a probing ball. Shot, surely! And it's a goal! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
So the first moment of real significance.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Oh, what a mistake! And he's managed to get for it. Ronaldinho!
Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Scholes,
Renowned for his long-range shooting. And he skips past his man.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Silvestre cuts out the pass. Silvestre clears. Oh, terrible pass. Gets a good foot in there. Scholes. Now this could be a chance. Hakimi. And the referee has blown for half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Cabo Verde finding themselves behind by just one goal at the break.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about, so an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon. So we're underway for the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. Threads one in, and it's Messi.
You have to expect that from everyone now.
Now it's Haaland. That has been slung wide. Looking for the run. Ronaldo is fouled. Messi with a real chance here. So, a genuine chance to increase the lead. Messi! He went for the curler. And he thumps it clear. Now that looks a decent ball. And he's cut it out.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Not the most accurate pass. Now it's Ronaldinho. He is through here. Cabo Verde have a free kick. Oh, that's a booking, always looked it.
He just can't argue with that. He could have been booked for an earlier incident too. Yeah, we guessed that this scenario could take place because he's up against pace. Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
It's Neymar! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And he's heaved it away. Spread it left. And here's Ronaldinho. Shot could be on. And it's been hooked away. Triol. Your impression so far, Jim?
We've not seen much from this team as a whole, Peter. OK, that's large.
Haaland! And that's a sharp finish. 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. Was there ever any doubt?
Yeah, he always had the measure of the keeper, and there was very little doubt as to how this was going to end up.
Madrid are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now, and surely, Peter, we're not going to see any complacency after that.
And Dijk producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Triol kept his eye on it, and he's there. Pass somewhat off target. Now it's Haaland. Cabo Verde do have a chance to counter here. He's shifting through the gears here. That's the throw. Scholes gets across. He's gone for goal! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Scholes.
There will be 5 minutes added time.
Totti. He's in a great position here. Little doubt, that is a foul. Now this is interesting, he has already had his name taken once. Van Dijk has been sent off, just to confirm that, of course, that was his second yellow card.
Well, sometimes a loose foul can trigger a completely different spell of play, and it makes even less sense.
So that's it, it is all over. Well, here is a defeat that may hit them hard, and you can sense that all around us. Things going pretty awry, and the outcome in the end, virtually unavoidable.
Just a quick
So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So off we go then. The lineup we have suggests it's going to be a 4-5-1 formation, Jim.
Well, if you want to secure a clean sheet, Peter, this is a very good way of going about it. It adds discipline and lends a stubbornness to that midfield, which can stifle opposition attempts to play through, and it takes a lot of pressure off your defence, of course. Forces longer passes through the aerial route. So, all things considered, that extra layer across midfield is highly, highly effective.
Fernandez. Totti cuts it out. And here's the chance to counter. Just eases him off the ball. Now it's Neymar. Plays a sharp little ball here. Chance! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
It's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter.
So it is still 0-0. Now it's James Rodriguez. Can he get it through? James in acres of space out wide. It's not an especially good pass, that. And that was very necessary. Well, that's been cut out, well played. He won't be happy with that one. Scholes, renowned for his long-range shooting. Kimmich, and he's managed to get free. James, unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Just coming up to the 30-minute mark. It's a pretty loose pass. Fernandez. And here's Mbappe. Mbappe! Goal! Arsenal! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
After 31 minutes is number 11, Kylian Mbappe. Kylian Mbappe. Kylian Mbappe.
Arsenal have broken through. It's 1-0.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
And he's got away from him. And the through ball. Mbappe, and the shot! He's found a way. In he goes again! And yes, it's there! And they're threatening to fly away here. A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
But Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
Bellingham.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Time perhaps for one last twist before half-time. And that has been cleared.
Now it's Neymar. Oh, we expected better, and so did he.
There will
Now
be
it's
1 minute
Neymar.
added time.
Now it's Yamal. And this is Ronaldinho. And that's it, 45 minutes up. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, I'm looking at the body language, Peter, and it doesn't look great. It's going to be pretty hard for them to pick themselves up from here. But there's still a maybe at play. Maybe they'll thrive on the adversity.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly.
Substitution for Arsenal. Number 22, Bellingham. Coming on the field.
So we're off
is
again.
Number 9.
I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Nicely weighted ball. Now, can they get him away? Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. That's going to go a long way. James Rodriguez. Cabo Verde needed that. They really needed it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
And he's there to belt it away. And this is... Can he finish? Loose ball now, and there's a chase on. And another try! Tried the volley, but no.
Scholes really needed everything to come together then at the precise moment. Not easy.
Fernandez. Triol calmly anticipates. Triol is there to clear. Totti. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. And it's Totti. Hops him off it and wins back the ball. Now here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Nice looking ball. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Arsenal have it back and can go again. That's really well cleared. Kimmich. Ronaldinho. And he's found... Decent chance! It's out for a goal kick.
Substitution.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. Pinches it off him. 75 minutes played. He's shifted it to the flank, and he's intervened well there. And it's Ronaldinho. Oh, he's bustling through here. And the finish! Just cruising! They are cruising! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Yeah, having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
Arsenal find a position of real strength now.
Substitution in progress.
Triol gets over and intercepts. Cabo Verde have, after this, one further opportunity to make a substitution. Oh, easy pickings there. And this is Messi. Scholes. Rafinha. And it's
There'll be
Scholes.
3 minutes
Stood
at
up
a
well
time.
to him there. Great vision. And that could set him on his way. Oh, shooting chance! And that's a tiny finish. His utter joy. He engages with absolute happiness. Pressure, what pressure? He feels none of it.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
Arsenal are having a ball here. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were so good at times. A side that can and will trouble more or less everyone.
Those of you making their way home on public transport.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening
Hello,
here.
everybody,
A clear
and
night,
welcome to
all the
today's
ingredients
match.
for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands.
This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting.
Well, we're on the way. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, I don't think I've ever seen a defender, let alone any player, make such a meteoric rise in the manner De Ligt did, Peter. Just absolutely phenomenal. A player way ahead of his years, and his composure and confidence is like that of a seasoned veteran.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Now it's Rooney. And this is Ronaldinho. He is Drew. It's Ronaldinho! Oh, off the bar! Could be danger here. And that has sent him sprawling.
Shanghai Port with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually.
Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Manchester United have the chance to go the other way.
He has found the way through.
Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep.
He's picked his way through. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Silvestre calmly anticipates. And here's Mbappe.
And he's found a way past. He's having a shot! Goal! Manchester United! Manchester United take the lead. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
10, Kylian Mbappe.
Manchester United have taken the lead.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
And he's got the beating of his man.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
De Ligt. It's gone out for a throw-in.
Oh, he's trying to skip past his man. Now it's McAllister. Looking to play him in.
Now it's Neymar.
He's found a way through.
Chance! Against the crossbar. Oh, nice. Just not quite.
Yep, certainly could have been something so much more.
Oh no, this does not look good. That's a throw. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. Gerrard, renowned for his long-range shooting. Very nicely done. Neymar! Oh, that was no routine save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. That's an imaginative pass. And here's Messi. And here's Cristiano
2
Ronaldo.
minutes has been indicated.
It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And the referee says that is that for the first half. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Please
Shanghai
be reminded
Port
that drinking
unable
is
to
only
get back
allowed
onto
in the
level
areas
terms
shown on
before
this map.
half-time.
Thank you
They
very much
trail
for your
1-0.
cooperation.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly. So straight into the second half.
Shanghai Port can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
De Ligt. Well, there's the clearance. Mbappe running with intent.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. And he's going to have his name taken. Hakimi. Gerrard charging forward, the ball at his feet. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Hakimi. Manchester United are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Now it's Rooney. Well, they're certainly pressing with purpose here. Nicely weighted ball. Ronaldo gets into a good position. The defence opting here for strength in numbers. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. That's a little off target. And it's Hakimi. Messi in acres of space out wide. Oh, he's seen that early. Shot at goal! It's loose now and they want to get it back. And here's Rooney. No foul, says the referee. Looking for a runner. And that is a little undercooked. Alexander-Arnold. Referee's given a throw.
Substitutions taking place.
And he's managed to gift it back. Rooney. Played out towards the right wing. Ronaldinho. Shoots! Oh, the ball's run loose here. And now they can clear their lines.
Substitution.
Ronaldinho going face-to-face with his great rival.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And it's Gerrard. It's run loose here.
That was lovely, that.
Rooney, and that shapes to shoot! And a neat finish! We thought they were done, but never say never! Pressure, what pressure? He feels none of it.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
Back to parity, and there's barely any time left.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now, the only question is whether there's enough in the tank to grab another.
They get a throw in. Oh, that's... Can he finish? Oh, the ball's come loose here. And I think we're done. Yes, we are done. So it's ended all square, both sides showing battling qualities and neither willing to give in. Rooney, voted man of the match, and deservedly so.
Just a quick announcement and an exciting
How would
one.
you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Well, Peter, I suppose it's something. Not ideal for either side, of course, although if you look at the overall balance of things, neither did enough to win this, and I think the result is quite fair.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here.
Hello,
A
everybody,
clear
and
night,
welcome
all
to
the
today's
ingredients for a
match.
showcase game that the
Cabo
passionate crowd
Verde
demands.
against Manchester United.
I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. There's the whistle, and here we go.
For me, Peter, Steven Gerrard's game is all about courage. It's a word he himself uses a lot. He's always urging everyone around him to have a go on the ball and not be afraid.
And he absolutely practices what he preaches in that respect.
He does, indeed. And I think he's England's best all-round midfielder of his generation. A ball winner, great distributor, never stopped running, playmaker, and more than a decent finisher too. The only question is, where do you play him to make the most out of all of those talents?
And they're back on the ball again. And it's Gerrard. Gerrard. Cristiano Ronaldo. Well read. And the danger is averted. Alaba clears without hesitation. Can he get on the end of this? Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. First quarter of an hour gone. Ambitious ball here. Rijkaard cuts it out. Now it's Rooney. Ronaldinho.
It's not the game we were hoping for, Peter. I think both of these keepers could text about their respective uninvolvement.
Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And that is a little undercooked. And it's Totti. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Howson is always looking to break lines. Well, we expected better, and so did he. Ronaldinho. Ball is over the line. Intercepts the throw. That's well read. He won't be happy with that one. And here's Totti. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Oh, that's a very decent ball now. Yamal! And he was there to get a vital touch.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Not the most accurate pass. And he's managed to get rid.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Now it's Yamal. And it's Shevchenko. Played into space. Well, played right into his path. And that's gone behind for a goal kick.
Substitution.
Manchester United can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Well, he's someone renowned for his pace and those darting little runs, but also for being a very good ball carrier as well. They want to add more dynamism to that front line.
That's been cut out, well played. And for the first half, that is that. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here.
It is now time for our special
Reflections on the first half?
Well, I think from the manager's viewpoint, Peter, he'll be demanding more from his team during the break, but he'll at least be happy at the way they've contained the opposition so far.
So, no breakthrough from either side, 0-0 after 45 minutes of action. So let's get the ball rolling.
Cabo Verde are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
He is through here. And he's played it back. Totti, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Cafu got a long way forward to join the attack. He's got away. Pass somewhat off target. That's going right the way across. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
And that has been slung wide. He's through here. And this is Ronaldo.
Cabo Verde couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
Substitution for Cabo Verde, number 9.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Well, he's going to inject a nice bit of pace into that front line, Peter, so I can see him making those runs in behind.
And the through ball. A quick look, thought, and Shevchenko! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And we have our very first corner. Alexander-Arnold with the short shot at goal! That is decidedly lacking.
Well, it's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter.
And the keeper's given Rooney! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
Modern football for you. You get zero time to think on the ball. Take too long, and that happens. It gets pinched.
Oh no, what has happened here? And a chance! And he's stuck it away! And the game has liftoff! Oh, a horrible error, and he has nowhere to hide.
Oh, how can they be so careless, Peter? It's too casual. They were never going to get away with that kind of sloppiness.
Number 5.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Manchester United have penetrated for the first time.
Look, experienced voices need to be heard now, along with good purpose and urgency, and they can get right back into this.
Defending was strong and firm. Foot in. And it's Rodri. Now it's Totti. Howson calmly anticipates. He can run onto that. He's in one-on-one. Goes for a shot! And that would have been game, set and match.
Oh, what a stunning save. Absolutely tremendous, and he's kept his team in it.
21.
Corner number 2 then.
Number 80, Ronaldinho. Coming on the field.
Alexander-Arnold
24,
plays it short.
Neymar.
Diaz,
Number
and the
19,
shot!
Memphis.
And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Diaz clearly felt that distance wasn't an issue, but maybe there were better options for him there.
Cabo Verde will have one further opportunity to make a substitution after this, their latest change. And here's Doué. Cafu has it in a wide position, and he's there to belt it away.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Danilo gets across to intercept that. Diaz receives it in a wide position.
6 added minutes.
And he
has
can
been
clear it
indicated.
away. And he's only too happy to take that back. And they can counter here. And that has not gone well.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer, and quickly.
Gerrard. Done it. And that will be the final act. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutrals, unbearable, sometimes unwatchable for those with a vested interest.
Fellow attendees, this is a lost.
How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Cabo Verde really were made to rue their ineptitude, if I can put it like that. Defended reasonably well, but if you can't put away your chances, there's always a risk of this happening. And that's going to be painful for them.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here.
Hello, everybody,
A clear
and
night,
welcome
all
to
the
today's
ingredients
match.
for a showcase game that the passionate crowd
Against
demands.
Milan.
I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Things already rolling. When you think great defenders, you've got to think Cannavaro.
Yeah, well, they don't come much better or bigger in stature. His qualities are obvious, but his winning mentality and cool temperament are all part of a first-class package.
That's everything you want. Hakimi. Rijkaard. Silvestre wins the duel this time. Now it's Ronaldinho. He has found a way through. And this is Bergkamp. Takes a shot! Marvellous goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Couldn't squeeze it through. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Griezmann, nicely weighted ball. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Bergkamp unable to make it happen for all his good intentions.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
It's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
Yeah, definitely not much wrong with what he tried, all things considered. The defence were just well prepared for what was coming.
Ronaldinho! And again! And that is doing no harm at all.
Messi clearly knew where that was falling. He'll be disappointed he didn't put it away.
Can he get it through? Van Bommel calmly anticipates. Van Bommel is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Cabo Verde currently a goal to the good and with the lion's share of the ball. He steps in and that's the end of that. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And here's Ronaldinho. Costa Curta. Cross needs to be good. Certain amount of room for debate here, but a goal kick's been given. He's had a fair tumble under that chap. Oh, that's ambitious. Cannavaro. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. That's destined for the flank. And it's Scholes. Costa Curta.
Cabo Verde really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
Van Bommel. Tries to pass it through.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Looking for options for movement. Shifted it to the flank. Costa Curta. Ronaldinho. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Gerrard. Aimed beyond the defence. It's Bergkamp! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Gerrard. Can he finish?
That's a sharp finish. 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. And that is indeed the final act.
Well, the second goal certainly came as a welcome surprise, Peter. So late and so potentially destructive.
That certainly seems to be the case.
And that ought to encourage an even more ambitious approach in this second half, Peter, with control already established.
Anniversary today.
Cabo Verde firmly in control at the break. 2-0 the scoreline.
Substitution in progress.
Down to business again. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And it's Baggio. And here's Rooney. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Now that's well seen too. Rooney. Roberto Baggio. No way through there.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And it's Mendes. Bergkamp did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Cabo Verde are 2 up early in the second half. Bergkamp. And that is a little undercooked. Knocks it into space.
Scholes really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Short changes him with that pass. Spread to the right. Quality ball. Now it's Bergkamp. Distributed tidily. He's found a way through. And it's Gerrard. Now it's Rooney. Now what about a counter-attack? And that could set him on his way. And this is Rooney. Taken back almost at once. Good ball, good take. Oh, this is Rooney! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Van Bommel. And Silvestre. Messi is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Cafu is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. And the shot! Oh, that's another chance! It's in! Just 1 goal in it now! Game on! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
That's smart play from him, actually, Peter. That goal was all about positioning. He knew instinctively where to be should the keeper have gotten a little jittery.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now, all of a sudden, it seems the belief is back.
And that's gone loose. Oh, what has happened here? And this is Bergkamp. Rijkaard.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Tries a shot! And a truly agonising miss.
Oh, I think you could really feel his pain there. He was convinced he'd put his side level.
Messi.
And we have our very first corner.
Bergkamp.
Rijkaard!
Gerrard.
And the difference is still 1, but only just.
Well, the lead may be fragile, but the keeper was focused and strong.
Number 7, McAllister.
Silvestre. Ronaldinho. Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think. Silvestre. Van Bommel. Totti.
Cabo Verde really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
There will be 1 minute
Oh,
at
he
a
had to
time.
make that, and he did make it. Now it's Villa. And it's Rijkaard. Goes for goal! Oh, that was no routine save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Number 15.
Desperate defending required here.
Coming on to replace him is number 17, De Bruyne.
They've played it short. And that's it. Cabo Verde have emerged victorious in this match of thrills. The odd goal ultimately proving the difference. Thoughts on what we've just seen?
Well, Peter, this
Hello,
was
attendees.
probably
This
more
is a
slugfest than a
most
game
children's
of football.
dinner.
Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So off we go then. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Nuno Mendes here, I think, will be very important, Peter, particularly if they start to spread the play, because he's excellent.
Mbappe! Deftly away. And it's James Rodriguez. Tries from a long way out. Now it's Neymar. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And he's picked it up out wide. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. No way through. And here's Neymar. Mendes can get it clear. No goals as yet. Gerrard. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Ronaldinho. Great ball, and he's in here. Neymar is flagged offside. And it's Ronaldinho. That is ended up in no man's land. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
It's loose now and they want to get it back. It'll be a throw-in. Knocks it into space. Now it's Ronaldinho. And he was quick to react.
Borussia Dortmund definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind being patient.
Great chance! Goal! Borussia Dortmund! And we have liftoff! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Borussia Dortmund have broken through. It's 1-0.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
And he's intervened well there. And they've got rid. Looking for options for movement. It's Hammers! And he hits the net! And they're threatening to fly away here. Gorgeous, just gorgeous.
It's almost poetry in motion, Peter, isn't it? The way he wraps his foot round the ball so effortlessly. Amazing.
After 45 minutes is
Borussia Dortmund are doing very nicely, thank you.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
That's it, 45 minutes up.
Well, the second goal certainly came as a welcome surprise, Peter. So late and so potentially destructive.
That certainly seems to be the case.
And that ought to encourage an even more ambitious approach in this second half, Peter, with control already established.
Thank you for your
Well,
cooperation.
that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. So off we go again.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Good read, needed to be. PK, always a very imposing presence at the back. Hammers making good progress on the right-hand side. Puyol. And it's Gerrard. Messi. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Totti cuts a frustrated figure right now, he just cannot get away.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
Mbappe! Oh, that was no routine save.
Mbappe really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
He's a sharp little ball here. Mbappe! And the shot! Relentless! Just relentless! With fun and fury, they continue to do their thing. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Borussia Dortmund find a position of real strength now. Could move up a gear here. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Scholes. Now that looks a decent ball. Scholes. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Mbappe with 2 goals already to his name. Totti, just about up to 75 minutes. And it's Scholes. Oh, it's come loose. And it's hoisted clear.
Substitution for Cabo Verde. Number 15, Francesco Totti. Number 4, Gerrard. Number 8, Scholes. Coming on the field, number 13, Rafinha. Number 7, McAllister. Number 22, Eduardo Camavinga.
And we have our very first corner. And he's taking no chances there. No way through, so chance for a shot! Outstanding save to keep that out.
Well, the way he set himself up was just so clever. No wonder he's disappointed.
Now he's running away and reclaimed it in a... And there's the shot! No, he's missed it.
Neymar clearly felt that distance wasn't an issue, but maybe there were better options for him there.
Neymar